Morning all, we're starting with lesson 11 today, levers, balance and alignment. Now if we enter the course under levers, you will see that there's basically three components. You've got your effort, your load and your fulcrum. Now your effort is in the human body normally the attachment of the muscles. The load can be the dumbbell or anything, and the fulcrum is the pivot point. So there's three crucial components. Now we divide them up into three classes. Your first class lever, you'll see the effort, the axis and the resistance, where your axis is right in the middle like the scissor. There's not a lot of examples of them in the human body. Second class lever is when your axis is right in front, and the third class lever, your axis is also at the one end, but then your force and then your resistance, where your resistance, like in a wheelbarrow, is between the force and the axis. There's a couple of them in the human body, but most of the human body actually involves around the third class lever. For tomorrow's test, I'm going to ask you to identify at least three components of each in the human body. So the force arm is basically the distance between the fulcrum and the effort point, and your resistance arm between the fulcrum and resistance point. So if we take this bicep curl, your force arm will be where your biceps plant into your radius and the pivot point. So just a small little force arm where your resistance arm will be from the pivot point up till the resistance in the hand, which in this case is a dumbbell. Now you can make that easier or harder by increasing or decreasing any of them. Right, and they just give examples there. Can you see that long lever? So that legs, if you bend the legs, obviously, then your resistance arm will be shorter, where the pivot point is at the hip joint. Now, if we go further to lesson 2, we talk about balance and alignment. The center of gravity, your COG, is basically just above your navel, and your center of gravity and your line of gravity, if they are in line, you're quite stable. Your line of gravity must be within your base of support, which is your 2 feet over there. So there, the line of gravity will go straight through to the middle there. You can see if you bend forward, you're actually moving your center of gravity out, meaning your line of gravity is in front of the body, so you will fall forward. The line of gravity must be over your base of support, and the larger the base of support, the more stability. Okay, so if I do a push-up, and I've got both feet on the floor and both hands, got a nice broad base of support. If I open my legs, the base of support is even bigger. If I lift one up, I'm narrowing my base of support, increasing the difficulty of the exercise. This girl doing a sit-up, the lower your center of gravity is, the more stable. By lifting her hands over there, she increases the height of her center of gravity, and right here she lowers her center of gravity. Guys, now neural alignment, this is just postural alignments. This is the nice way where we want, if I draw a line, it must basically go through the ear, through the shoulder, through the greater trochanter, the patella, and your lateral malleolus of the leg, of the foot. That is an ideal position. Now there's deviations from this. Look at this kinesthetic awareness video, try it for yourself. It's actually very, very interesting. There's three different types of postural deviations we're going to do. Kyphosis, lordosis, now you know those two already. The sway back, the flat back, and the military. You can read through these. If we look at these four guys standing over here, a lot of times we decrease in height due to postural deviations, but there's a nice kyphosis and then lordosis. Look at the pelvis. You can see the pelvis is tilted anterior, where this is a neutral pelvis here. Now with the sway back, again look at the pelvis. You can see it is more posterior with a flat back even. So this is more the military stance we want. We do not want those. I don't know why they got a female here and these are males, or we'll see. But can you see clearly the head position changing as well with the sway back? Now, that's nice and upright. That is what we want. That's the four things. Now, chronic poor posture and muscle imbalances will increase your risk for premature skeletal degeneration. Now, interesting, your height changes as you get older because we tend to become more like a question mark and not up straight. So you can see the difference in height from these guys. Now here's a postural doc that they showed us. And this is basically a self-assessment for girl. We took an anterior view, a lateral view. There's a posterior view and a lateral view as well, looking at their postures. Now you can see there, if I draw the line, it doesn't even cross the ear. It's at posterior of the shoulder, posterior of the hip. So this is 8-9 sway back. This girl, that's kind of nice, this posture. Through the malleolus, about the kneecap, about the hip, the shoulder, and the ear. Right, go through them. Where are we at the moment? We're at the bottom of this. Right, then in your test for tomorrow, I'll open it probably early tomorrow morning. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions like different levers in the body, and then you'll have to take some photos for me, like these, and put them in all different scenarios, all 4 of them. So I would like to see if you can find this, and this. I know we're in lockdown, so you don't have a lot of people you can grab, but at least 3 to 4 people if possible, and take photos for me, anterior, posterior, and lateral view, and tell me this is a flat back, this is a sway back. Remember, in these assessments, the guys can't wear too baggy clothes because we need to look at the posture. So kind of gym clothes, tight fitting clothes. Thank you, guys.